It has been a long wait, but finally, we get to see a sneak peek into what Blizzard has planned for 2023. Yes, you guessed it, Diablo 4 is slated to release next year, and the developers announced the game via a morbid but wonderful trailer. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to tell you everything we know about Diablo 4. So, let's begin. Diablo 4 won't be released until 2023, but Blizzard is keeping the frenzy going with frequent updates on its progress. PvP, the Barbarian, Sorceress, and Druid classes, and most recently, some of the game's locales have all been discussed. But Blizzard still hasn't given us an exact date, and the game has already been delayed out of 2022, so you never know what is going to happen. But here's what we know. Blizzard introduced 3 Diablo 4 classes at BlizzCon 2019, Barbarian, Sorceress, and Druid, followed by the reintroduction of the Rogue class at BlizzConline 15 months later. We have no idea what the 5th class will be like. The Barbarian class is exactly what it sounds like, a barrage of blunt and sharp swinging weapons. Tactless, brutish, and unforgivingly effective. One of his unique abilities is a wave of energy that damages nearby foes, while another is a bonus to attacks and a blanket of blazing runes that covers the Barbarian. The Sorceress has a more strategic approach to fighting, attacking adversaries from afar with missiles like fireballs, ice arrows, and a focused bolt of lightning. And as we learned in a developer update, the Sorceress class features a unique enchantment system that allows you to enchant talents, essentially turning them into extra passive moves. The Druid class, which first appeared in Diablo 2, has returned with a redesigned look and magical abilities. The Druid's attacks are powered by storm and earth magic instead of fire magic. Shape-shifting magic converts the Druid into a human, a werewolf, or a werebear, and it'll probably be a big part of most Druid setups. Fans of Diablo 1 may recall the Rogue class, but the Rogue in Diablo 4 appears to be a whole different beast. In Diablo 4, the Rogue is a versatile class that combines the long-range talent of the original Rogue with the cloak and dagger combat of assassins from Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. The Daughter of Hatred has been announced as Diablo 4's most powerful villain. Lilith, also known as the Mother of Misery, Queen of the Succubi, Mother of Deceit, and Mistress of Betrayal, is an incredibly difficult demon that was last seen in Diablo 2's Pandemonium event. According to the announcement video, Lilith has progressed from being an uber boss in Diablo 2 to being one of Diablo 4's main adversaries. This time, it seems she has a lot fewer limbs. At least, that's what it looks like in the video. Diablo 4 will have 5 separate zones and hundreds of dungeons, according to Blizzard. Weather and lighting play a more important aesthetic role than in prior Diablo games, according to art director Chris Ryder, although the team is aiming for believability, not reality. Skosglen Coast, home to woods and werewolves, the Orbea Monastery in the Dry Steppes, and Kyovoshad, an oppressive medieval-style hamlet, were among the places mentioned. Blizzard is also using sophisticated development tactics to ensure that gamers' need for dungeons to conquer is addressed. Diablo 4 employs dynamic dungeon tile sets that may be changed to produce a wider diversity of locations, so grinding your characters to infinity should seem less repetitive. Diablo 4 appears to be embracing its MMO roots, since the new game will need players to have a continual online connection in order to play in a shared environment. Dungeons are instanced, which means you won't run into randoms or have critical plot moments disrupted by other players when raiding with your group. However, you will see people wandering around towns and taking part in world events. Blizzard claims they're working on a solution to establish a shared environment with random player encounters without jeopardizing the studio's objective of introducing a darker, Diablo 2-like mood to the game. Blizzard has confirmed PvP for Diablo 4, which will please fans of old-school RPGs like the original 2 Diablo games, as well as MMOs like World of Warcraft and Ultima Online. When Diablo 3 was published 7 years ago, the functionality was badly lacking, and it was never adequately introduced. We should also mention that people who would want their only foes to be NPCs can opt out of PvP entirely. Players can opt to visit PvP zones dubbed Fields of Hatred, according to Blizzard, and whether or not they do so has no influence on the main mission or plot. Hatred Shards, a special currency obtained by killing monsters, completing events, opening chests, and, yes, killing other players, will be rewarded for entering the PvP zone. Entering PvP zones is a high-risk, high-reward activity, since purifying Hatred Shards is required before you can utilize them, and doing so makes you a popular target for other PvPers. If you manage to escape with a few cleansed Hatred Shards, you may use them to purchase outfits, weapons, and mounts from special vendors. Plus, don't get too carried away with killing other players. Vessel of Hatred is a mechanic in Diablo 4 that places a target on the head of the most bloodthirsty killer in the Fields of Hatred and rewards the player who ends their campaign of terror. Character customization in Diablo 4 will allow players to customize their avatars with hundreds of different armor components, as well as detailed face and bodily features. Players will be able to personalize specific pieces of armor or full outfits in a spectrum of colors that yet seem grounded and realistic in the world we're constructing, thanks to an enhanced dye system. But it's not simply armor. Diablo 4 will allow you to customize your character's facial features, which is a first for the series. The baddie categorization in Diablo 4 will change from that of Diablo 3. Monsters in D4 will be divided into families with similar combat styles. Blizzard has previously discussed cultists, drowned, and cannibal families. The skill tree in Diablo 4 is separated into passive and active talents, according to Blizzard, in response to user concerns that the skill system was lacking in depth. Passive abilities can now be unlocked from the skill tree's actual roots, while active skills are kept in the branches. While there are workarounds for playing Diablo 3 on PC with a controller, Blizzard has not made it an official feature. With Diablo 4, Blizzard has confirmed native PC gamepad compatibility. According to a February 2020 dev update, the decision to incorporate PC controller compatibility was the driving force for producing Diablo 4 for PC and consoles at the same time. Twitter user Weak Auras pointed a page from the newly released art book, The Art of Diablo, which includes a comment from Diablo 4 art director John Mueller confirming several characters from prior Diablo games will return for Diablo 4. The chapter claims that the returning characters will be substantially different this time around. A comment from Mueller is included in the leak, and it describes how the creative team hopes to bring back characters from previous Diablo games. So that was all we know. For the rest, we'll have to wait for a few more updates or leaks. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon on your way out. Till then, see ya.